matter is a substance which is having mass and occupies space. Then what are the three different states of matter? Solid, liquid, and gaseous are the states of matter. Then what we are going to study, we are going to take some mustard seeds. I hope you all know what are mustard seeds, and you are going to transparent it in the plastic jar. Okay. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to take? We are going to take some mustard seeds in a jar, and we are going to add some. We are going to keep the jar airtight by the balloon which has been inflated. जो फूटा हुआ balloon रहता है ना, उसका जो rubber रहता है. With that help of rubber, we are going to close the jar, and we are going to try to produce the sound of the rubber band. So what will happen when the diaphragm of the balloon will, if it is up and down, what will happen? You will see that some force is applied on it, due to which the mustard particles inside the jar starts moving. So the particles that are in solid, liquid, and gaseous state have the movement with the sound. Okay. So with the help of sound or vibration, what will happen? These seeds will try to show the movement. So this movement can be seen in solid, liquid, or gaseous state. So these can be seen in the solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Okay. Now the intermolecular force of attraction between the particles of a matter. So there is an force of attraction between the particles in the solid substances. In solid substances, here you can see, just a second. Here you can see the molecules are very close to each other, and as they are close to each other, they have a force of attraction, as well as they are having the strength of a force. So we can say that the particles of the solids are very close to each other, and this proves, or this concludes to a conclusion that the solid has a property of definite shape and volume. Okay, so solid substances having definite shape as well as volume. Okay, so this is about the solid substances. In solid substances, what we have studied? We have studied that the molecules are very close to each other, due to which the force of attraction is more between the particles, and this shows that the solid is having a definite shape and volume. So let's talk about now liquid. Now liquid is having a moderate strength in the intermolecular force. So here molecules also, if you see, these are not very close to each other. They are separated to all the sides of the container, we can say. So here you can see that the molecules are not strong enough. Okay. Now in solids, the molecules were strong enough. Why they were strong enough? Because they were close to each other. And as they were close to each other, the force of attraction in them were more. But in liquid, what happens? The intermolecular force is moderate. It is not as much as seen in the solid. And they have the capacity of just holding the molecules each other, but they don't have the force that is used for molecules for holding. Okay, so this is about the liquids. So from this you can understand that the liquid has a definite volume. For example, water. So do water is having any shape? No, water does not have any shape. If you pour the water in a container, the water will take that shape of the container. So water is a fluid substance, and it will take the shape of the container. So that is the reason that the liquid is having a definite volume. So what we have studied, solid is having definite shape as well as volume. But liquid is only having a definite volume. Okay. Then the third part of the matter, that is gaseous. Okay, matter that is gaseous. Okay, now in gaseous what happens? Gaseous, the force is very weak in gaseous. Okay, so solid, the force applied is stronger. Okay, the force of attraction is more. In liquid it is moderate, you can say. It is not more or not less. But in gaseous you can say that the intermolecular force which is obtained in a matter or in a substance is very weak. So gaseous में क्या होता है? Force which is applied, that is very weak. Okay, you can see that all the particles are moving freely in the gas because there is lot of space that can be occupied. Okay, so gaseous does not have definite shape nor they have a volume. Okay, what is the definition of the matter? Matter is a substance that has a mass and occupies space. So here the space is occupied in gaseous. For example, air. So air is present everywhere. It is not present at a certain place. Okay, so it occupies the available space in the gas wherever it has. Okay, so the force is very weak in gas. So here we have studied about in solid, the force of attraction is stronger. They hold the particles very stronger, as the solid is having definite shape and volume. Whereas in liquid, the intermolecular force is moderate, and that is why there is no strong enough bonding between the molecules, but they can hold each other. And the example of the liquid is water. So we can state that the liquid is having definite volume. Then we have studied about the force. Force में क्या होता है? Force is a very weak gas, and as in gas there is lot of space to occupy. So all the particles get spread over in the air. That is why the air does not have definite shape or definite volume. Okay, so this is about the physical state of the matter that we are supposed to know. These are the definitions that you are supposed to know. What is a matter? What is an atom? What is a molecule? Okay, then matter is divided into substances mixture. Okay, matter is equally divided into two parts, that is known as substance and mixture. Okay, then the substance is further subdivided into elements and compounds, and mixture is then further divided into homogeneous and heterogeneous. Okay, these are some of the things that you are supposed to know. So ये flow chart है matter का. Matter is divided into two main parts, that is substance and mixture. Substance further subdivided into elements and compound, whereas mixture subdivided into homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so this is about the flow chart of the matter. So here again we are supposed to know what is a matter. Matter is anything that is having mass and having a space. Okay, then matter is either a substance or not a substance. So matter can be a substance or it cannot be a substance. When matter is single, that time when matter is made up of single element, that time we can say single substance, that time we can say that matter is a substance. Okay, so for example, sugar, table salt, baking soda, these are the substances. But when more than single kind of matter composition is present in a substance, that time it is not an substance. Okay, for example, muffin mix, flour, milk, eggs, fruits. So these are the examples. So I hope you have understood about the substances and non-substances. Then we are supposed to know what is a substance. Okay, substance, a matter which is made up of only one single constituent, that is called as a substance. So what is a substance? Substance is a matter which is made up of single constituent. Okay, single constituent is present in a substance. Now which single constituent? So I will try to explain you with the help of example, that is gold, diamond. Okay, the gold ornaments are made up of out of only gold. Diamonds are made up of only different diamonds. Okay, so these are made up of only single constituent, that is known as a substance. So what is a matter? Matter is made up of only single constituent. Example, gold or diamond. There are many examples, but just for understanding, I have given you only two. Then elements. Now students, you are supposed to know what is an element. Now substance which are made up of one or more atoms which are exactly alike, those are called as elements. So what is the definition of the element? Substance which are made of one or more atoms which are exactly alike, means they are exactly alike. So these substances are known as element. Okay, students, you are supposed to know how many elements are there in our periodic table. So there are 118 elements present in our element. Okay, so just a second. Okay, these are the elements, the pure substance that cannot be broken down into any other substance. So these elements are in the pure form. Okay, everything which are made from little or more, there is 100 elements in an periodic table. But according to research, we have actually 118 elements. I showed you in the periodic table also how the periodic table looks like. Okay, so we have 118 elements present in the periodic table. Now these elements are having different properties. So all elements are having different properties. So first property is luster. So what is the meaning of luster? Luster means shining. Okay, shining. So for example, diamond, gold and silver. So these ornaments have a property of shining. That is why we are purchasing gold and silver. Okay, they have a property of shining. Luster means shining. Paleness. Then paleness means having very light color. Okay. Malleability. Malleability means these metals which can be converted into thin sheet. Okay, which can, the metals which can be drawn into the form of thin sheet, that is called as malleability. Then brittleness, when the substance falls from your hand, it breaks into the small pieces. That time you can say that it is having the property of brittleness. Here I can give you the example of a chalk. The chalk हमारे हाथ से अगर नीचे गिर गया तो what will happen? It breaks into small pieces. So chalk is having a property of brittleness. Okay, then I told you the elements are further classified into metals and non-metals, and some elements which were not able to satisfy the properties of metals and properties of non-metals, those were classified into new type. They were known as metalloids. They were known as metalloids. Okay, then we are going to talk about the compounds. Now compounds are also made up of two or more substances. Okay, compound is also made up of two or more substances by chemical combination, that is called as compound. For example, water. Water is a compound. Why? Because hydrogen and oxygen both are mixed together. After that, there is a formation of water. So there are two or more elements present in water. That is the reason water is an compound. Here we have an example of calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate का molecular formula. What is the molecular formula for calcium carbonate? CaCO3. ये molecular formula है. So now this calcium carbonate will be divided into three. What are the three components the calcium carbonate is made up of. First is calcium, second is carbon, and third is oxygen. So there are three different elements present in the carbon calcium carbonate. So that is the reason the calcium carbonate is classified as a compound. That is the reason the calcium carbonate is classified as a compound. Okay. Then in next slide, you can see some examples such as water, carbon dioxide, glucose. These are the examples of the compound. So what is the definition of the compound? The substance that is formed by the chemical combination of two or more elements is known as a compound. So in this combination, you are having two or more elements in a compound. So those are called as a compound. So example is water, carbon dioxide, and glucose. Okay. Then comes types of compound. So what are the types of compound? We are going to study the types of compound. On heating and strong, some compounds reduce that. Now, for example, take some sugar in a bowl or in a vessel and put on the gas. So what will happen to the sugar? Yes. Okay. So when you heat some sugar in a bowl, you will see that the substance will melt and afterwards it will get converted into blackish color. That blackish residue is nothing but it is a carbon. It is a carbon. Now types of compound. According to the compounds, the compounds are classified into two types, that is organic compound and inorganic compound. Okay. So the substances which are turning completely black in color though and keeps behind a residue, these compounds are called as organic compounds. Okay. So the compounds which are keeping back the black color residue behind, those compounds are called as organic compounds or carbon compounds. So organic compounds or carbon compounds. So this is the example of the organic compound. So for example, we have carbohydrates, proteins, hydrocarbons, petrol, cooking gas. All these are made up of organic matter. So all these are made up of organic matter. Then what is inorganic matter? Inorganic compound. So the compound that decomposes on a strong heating to leave the residue behind are called as inorganic. So in these compounds, the decomposition of strong heating. So it requires a very strong heating to leave the residue behind, that is called as inorganic compound. When you see as compared to the sugar, when you keep on the gas, you will see immediately within 2 to 3 minutes, you will see that the sugar has turned into black color and it is leaving behind the residue. But in inorganic substances, it takes a strong heating to decompose the substance to leave a residue behind. Such substances are called as inorganic substance. So such substances are called as inorganic substance. So what are some examples of inorganic substance? Common salt, soda. So these are the inorganic compounds. So in an addition, there is one more compound which is known as complex compound, which is known as a complex compound. Now, what is complex compound? The molecules of the compound that is having complex structure, means it is having a very complicated structure of the atom. That is the reason it is called as complex compound. That is the reason it is called as a complex compound. For example, hemoglobin, then chlorophyll, cobalt. These are the examples of the complex compound. These are the examples of the complex compound. Okay. So today we have studied about what is a matter, what are the states of matter, then what is element, what is substance, what is a compound, then water is a compound. Okay. Now, why water is said to be a compound? Because water is made up of two or more um, elements. For example, hydrogen and oxygen. That is the reason it is told that the water is an compound. Okay. So then we have studied about different types of compound also. So in compound we have studied about the compound is having some organic compounds which are also known as carbon compounds, and the compounds are also classified into inorganic compounds. So compound is divided into two main uh, parts, that is organic compounds and inorganic compounds, and also addition to it we are having a complex compound. Okay, so students, we will stop here.